Okay, Aries. So for the month of September, early September, all I heard was level up, level up, level up, level up, level up by Sierra. So it seemed like you guys are gonna be leveling up. So I'm getting ready to ask Allegra as far as like what's the level up gonna be about? Um, what can hinder your level up? What should you avoid? What should you partake in? Okay, as far as the level up for September Aries, okay? So let's see what's going on, okay? Cheers. As I move into read these cards for the Aries for the month of September, any monitoring spirits, I send my protective angels. You will go deaf, dumb, and blind. Not deaf, dumb, and blind. Deaf, dumb, and blind. Okay. Any monitoring spirits. All angels closer to the sun move in and protect me as I do this reading. It folded kind of weird, but I like it. I like it. So we're getting ready to do Aries. What's going on with the level up? Ooh, what's going on with the level up? Okay, so we got doing research. We got spreading nosy rumors, gossiping. What's going on with the level up with this Aries for September? What's going on with the level up? Okay, we got whining and dining, recalling. We got recalling. What's going on with the level up with Aries? Okay, today in the vibes. Okay, I see what's going on. What's going on with Aries with the level up? What's going on with the level up? Okay, player. Okay, Aries, so I got some messages from you as far as your level up. For what I'm getting up from these cards that spread it out concerning your level up for September, Aries, is you got to do some research. Okay, so I was just talking to somebody in my Uber about this last night. It was a man, and he was saying he didn't know a YouTube channel to start, and I was like, well, first you got to know what your niche is, and then once you figure out what your niche is, you have to go and you have to basically research all the greats, right? The ones that got the most subscribers, the most followers, the ones that's most successful in that niche. And then after you do your homework on them, figure out what's going to separate you from that person or from those people, and what are some of the things that they may be missing in their videos that you can add to your videos, which separate you now will actually help you in that area. Okay, and then finally executing. In other words, not being in your head too much about it. Start the channel. Okay. So that's what I mean by as far as your level up. You have to start doing some research. It's like you're on the brink of something, Aries, but you're not pursuing it because you're like, what if and what can happen? You wouldn't know that until you actually just going ahead and pursue it. Okay. All right. Also, as far as your projects, stay away from nosy people spreading gossip and sipping. In other words, also too is when you're on your way to this project, Aries, whatever you're doing with this project, don't tell people your business, right? Because you can have people in the mix trying to stump your growth concerning this matter. I'm going to investigate it to see exactly what the issue is with it, but yeah, it's something concerning gossiping. Okay, when you're on a project, you don't want to do too much talking. You want to do more executing, and then see what I completed. Okay, type shit, type shit. Okay, so we have that, and then we have wine and dine. So also, you're gonna wanna. It's the month of September. Fall back from any expenses. A lot of going out. Summer's over. It's time to lock in. I don't know if y'all caught the memo. Okay, but summer's over. It's time to lock in. All those happy hours, and or maybe you need to do some happy hours if you are gonna go out. But for the most part, it's giving more so in the realm where it's like you need to lock in, okay, and stop the speed dating, for those who are doing that, because that is costly. That could cost a lot of money every time that you go out, okay. So focus on that. Also recalling memories, missing someone, reminiscing. So you also have to get out of your head as far as like when you're approaching this project for your level up. It's okay to reminisce about somebody, but don't spend too much time reminiscing, okay. Don't spend too much time on that, because somebody could hold space in your head rent free is what I'm hearing, okay. So think about it. The biggest way to get back at somebody is success, okay, in another project, and for them to see your potential and see, damn, like, this person has a lot of ambition. I might have fucked up. You know what I mean? Type shit. Okay. So definitely make sure that you're moving away, okay, from trying to spend too much time focusing on other people, gossiping, worried about what Tasha and Tisha's doing, trying to be competitive with people. And there's a difference between doing your research on people and just to see what everybody else is doing and to put your own spin on it, and then actually mimicking somebody to the T. Okay, there's a difference. Okay, just get creative in your space with it, okay, was what I would say. Also, another thing that's gonna help is solitude, okay. Like a lot of the best ideas come from just sitting back in your own space to yourself, okay. Drown in your own ideas, okay. Give yourself enough time to sit in it, okay. Also, some of y'all gonna have to let your player ways go. Like I said, summer is over. It's giving more so lock in if you want to lock in for this level up, okay. All right, cool. So I'm going to help with as far as research. What can they go into research? Clarify research. What can they start to research? Okay, let go, breathe, clear your mind. So some of y'all is actually going to be open up some type of yoga, a recharging station, invest into like Tesla ports so people recharge their cars. Some of y'all is gonna go into real estate. Some of y'all is gonna go into school, so you're gonna actually let go of your mind as far as like saying like, let me try to do this in entrepreneurship, let me do that in entrepreneurship, you know what, let me just go get a career, okay. So some of y'all are gonna let go of the entrepreneurship mindset, and some of y'all are gonna go into the entrepreneurship mindset. But I always advise people to go on ahead and get into the entrepreneurship mindset. um only because if you fail, right, for whatever reason, because we don't do that, but if you do, we never move forward with the mentality of failing. But if you do fall short for whatever reason, jobs and careers will always be here. They're not going anywhere. Okay, they are not going anywhere. Okay, so sometimes it's best to kind of just multitask. You see what I'm saying? Like multitask, like like me. You know what I mean? I'm studying for school right now, in the real estate industry, and then I'm doing Uber, and then I do cars on the side sometimes, and then sometimes I do a beauty service here and there. Does that make sense? So just be all around poised, okay, with yourself, okay. Don't limit yourself, okay. Let go of expectations from other people too, and let go of any doubt that you may have in your head as far as gossiping and spreading rumors. Clarify gossiping and spreading rumors. Clarify that for the Aries, early September. Okay. So you do have an abusive, convincing, unpredictable psychopath person around you. They can try to stump your growth in some way. So hence is why you need to go into solitude in this season. Okay, Aries. Going to limit the people around you if you can. Okay. Limit the people around you. Next, wine and dine. Clarify wine and dining for the Aries, early September. Clarify wine and dining. Agun gave us three. And Alegua, he works in numbers of three. So when they give us three, we use all three because he gave us exactly three that fell out. Okay. So when it comes to wine and dining, there's somebody that actually rejected you, left you alone, and self-inflicted. And you're still trying to pursue this person. Okay, it could be like a narcissistic person possibly gave you a teddy bear of some sort, okay, left you isolated, okay, move on from that, okay. It also paired wine and dine courtship, because it's the dating romance with inspired, optimistic, success, hopeful. So you are holding some type of hope, okay, with this person that rejected you. And what I will say with that is it is going to be delayed, okay, with time. Delayed, not over. There's a difference, okay. So you just have to give this person a timeout. Sometimes you have to give people time to actually miss you, so they can actually realize that whatever it is that they needed to come to realization with. Okay, sometimes you need time from people so you can see if you actually even give a fuck about this person, if you really miss this person, if this person holds any value in your life, rather. Okay, so you need to just, like I said, once again, go into isolation for many reasons. You need to be able to go into isolation, um, and right, I mentioned isolation. There it goes at the top. Okay. You need to go into isolation from somebody who has rejected you, left you alone, and left you self inflicted. Okay. You have to go into isolation from people who like to spread rumors, and you need to go into isolation from spreading your business around so that way people can actually put bad news on your growth and stunt your growth before it partakes. That makes sense. So you need to just take a break to actually sit back and don't tell nobody your business in this season. Okay. Recalling memories. What's going on with this? Clarify that. Recalling memories. The X card did pop out right quick. Recalling memories. Yeah. This is the exact same thing. Freedom, stay woke, awaken, cutting ties. So you are cutting ties with somebody. Okay, and yeah, now's the time to cut those ties. Okay, it is what it is. Cut the ties with this person. Um, you're just gonna have to go into isolation. There's nothing you're gonna be able to do about this. Okay, cut ties with recalling. Awaken your inner self. Put that same energy in, like, oh my God, I miss this person, I miss this person. Put that same energy and love to yourself. Find a hobby. Okay. Find a hobby. Find something to do to get your mind off this person. Find something to do. Okay. As far as isolation, as far as today, present in the moment, clarify that. I like what? Yes, so it is a narcissistic person that you deemed and you thought was an actual soulmate. Okay. But this person turned out to be a psychopath, Aries. Okay. And you have to go into isolation and give yourself time to heal from this. Okay. So this is a narcissistic person. Okay. That you can't, that's a confirmation. Somebody wanted a confirmation. That's your confirmation. You don't know what a narcissist is? Google it, or Google narcissistic traits, or go to Chat GPT. Okay, but you stumbled upon a narcissist. Who this person possibly could have been? Who's this narcissist in this Aries life? Could have been a Capricorn or Aries. Could have been an Aries or Libra. Aquarius, Gemini, and Aquarius. So Aries confirmed quite a few signs. Ages for this person: 41, 25, 52. 1 came out. 53, 35, 25, 52, 43, 34, 31, 62, 26, 22, 43, 34, 22 came out again. 45, 54, 64, 46, 32, 23, 51. Okay. So yeah, you thought this, you deemed this person to be your soulmate, but they're actually a narcissist. Okay. So that's why, you know what I mean? You're going to have to cut this person off, because they will bring you all the way down to the point where shit, you can lose your business, your car, your mind, even your soul. Okay. I know that sounds like, how? Even your soul. You'll start seeing yourself getting yourself into demonic dark spirits and doing things that you never even would consider, think about. Things will cross your mind. You'll be like, did I say that to myself? Did I think about that? I would never say that. Like, you'll be driving your car and something would say, like, run over the cat, and you'll be like, run over the cat? It's like, when I ran one, since when do I run over cats? Does that make sense? Like, you'll think things, that bad thoughts that you would never even thought, and somebody's like, confirmation. Confirmation. Somebody's like confirmation on the other side. Okay. That's how you know when you got a dark, demonic, narcissistic spirit around you. A narcissist holds demons that we cannot see. Okay. They'll make you, you'll start noticing bad luck is happening around you. You're losing your business. You're losing your car. You're losing your mind. You know what I mean? You're losing your self dignity. You're losing your self respect. You're losing a lot of stuff when this person comes around. And also, you start thinking dark thoughts and doing dark things that you probably never done before. And you're like, why am I acting like this, or why am I thinking like this? It's because you literally have a soul tie with a demonic spirit. Can even possibly be Satan himself. Clock that T. Okay, I know it sounded crazy, but it is what it is. Okay, so this is a very serious reading for Aries. So there's a player, clarified player, clarified player for the Aries. 3 came out again. Let's see what these 3's about. Okay, so Legua does have a message. Came in 3 again. He wants to tell you, start getting established, get secure, settle down. Okay, focus on your wealth. Okay, not this player person. You need to heal. I mentioned that. Self-care, introspection, meditation by yourself. Sit in yourself. Recharge. Okay, from this person that brought you down. Okay, escape. You're in denial. You're making excuses. Run. Get far away from this person as possible. If you live with this person, start planning your escape plan. Hit me up in the comments and let me know when you achieve that. Okay. Also, if this resonates, definitely let me know in the comments. I love to hear. I would hate to hear this resonated, but the reality is that it is what it is. Not everything is always bright. Danny's and roses, but sometimes we need a confirmation from the other side and our angel guides to say, hey, stumble upon this video. This lady Tara China, she has a message that she has to give you concerning this narcissistic person that you must get away from. Okay, that you thought was your soulmate, because that's how they move in. They move in very strategic, very demonic, very sly. Even the way they drive very slow. Okay, very fast at times, but they come in very slow, very charismatic, like a movie. Sometimes you can even watch them walking and you'll notice, why is this person walking like in slow motion? It's like they're floating. They're not even walking. Does that make sense? You can look at a person and tell when they have a demonic spirit about them, because they either walking awkward, either sluggish, or too fast, or too slow, right? It's something off about their walk. It's not normal. Okay, confirmation. Okay, for somebody. Okay, all right, cool. So how many months is going to be till you can actually get away from this narcissistic person, Aries? Some of y'all 5, some of y'all 4, some of y'all 9, some of y'all 2 years. Please don't do that to yourself. Some of y'all a year. Okay, so it does take a minute to actually get over or get away from a person like this, because they can always suck you back in. Okay, but you gotta stay strong. Gotta move on. Gotta stay strong. Take that. Take that. Take that. Like Diddy said. Okay. All right. Cool. I bumped into one of these not so long ago. But I am free. Just know that. Okay, you gotta get free. Okay, get free. Okay. All right. Cool. So let's look into this. Let's see who this psychopath is. Narcissist again. I think we already clarified that. So I want to clarify. Um, what did this person want from you? I mean, we know what a narcissist's job is to do, but what do they want from you? What does narcissist want from this Aries? What does narcissist want? What did a narcissist want from this Aries? One of your strength. Wanted to put burden on your life. Burdens. And take your strength. Okay, you see that? Take your strength. Okay? This person came in very charismatic also. What else? What does a narcissist want? I like, well, what does a narcissist want? Wow. I'm going to read it out. This narcissist wanted you to be juggling with your money, fighting all the time, no peace of mind at all. Always left you feeling like from the outside looking in. Always battles. Put you in third party situations. Have you off balance in life. Wanted control and dominion over your soul. Stumping all of your new beginnings. Okay? So it end all while having multiple options. Could possibly be a Scorpio also that you were dealing with, this narcissistic person. Okay, so take heed. Okay, they literally wanted your life in fucking shambles. All right, and got the nerve to want to have you in a third party situation. Always looking from the outside, like abandoning you all the time. Okay, stringing you along, just keeping you strung along just enough to deal with their bullshit. Okay, so they can stick around and fuck you over even more. So they can stick around and fuck you over even more. Is the situation here? Okay. All right, cool. Not cool, but moving on. Let's just say moving on. Okay. So now you get a little insight as far as like how deep this is. What's this person intentions with you? Okay. So you will have to, as far as player, okay, with that. Let's see what the news is with that. With player. What's going on with Aries and player? Yeah, it's like you're self-sabotaging yourself by trying to match this person's player ways. Does that make sense? Like, oh, if he play, then I'ma play. Oh, she played, that I'ma play. But in the same token, there's no love there. When you're dating multiple people, you're just being drained of your energy from multiple sources and multiple places. Okay, it's not a good idea. Okay. Anything else? Anything else, Allegra? Anything else? Yeah. This person was in a karmic relationship with you, stopping you from rising like the phoenix, and all right, keeping you bondage. Okay. Yeah. So you just gotta just, in other words, with the player card I'm getting from that also is don't fight fire with fire. When it comes to a narcissist, you have to put out the fire. You don't bring more fire to a fire. You have to extinguish it. Okay. The only way you're gonna extinguish that is separating yourself. In other words, don't play their game. You're not a player. You know you was never a player, Aries. You know what's making you want to be a player? Having to stoop to this person's level and say, you know what, two could play that game. And now you're even acting outside of your character to the point where you look in the mirror and you don't even recognize your own fucking self. You look in the mirror like, what the fuck happened to me? I'm entertaining like three men. This is highly even unlike me. I don't like this shit. How did I end up here? Once again, meeting this demonic narcissistic force and pushing you to act outside of yourself to the point where you're out here doing stuff you don't even do. Does that make sense? So with that being said, caught that T. Okay, like I'm not even pronouncing this right. So something don't even want me to talk. That's how serious this demonic force is. Okay, put some more Florida water as I go, and my incense starting to blow harder and harder and harder as we're going into this reading. Something didn't want you to get this message. Something didn't want you to get this message. Okay. All right. Cool. So, What are some of the things you need to be researching about? Let's look into something positive. What are some of the things you need to be researching into, Aries? A new relationship. Research into a new relationship. Right, get away from this person. Anything else? Somebody, I heard stocks. I got stocks and bonds, like crypto. I heard crypto. Investigating the crypto. Some of you guys need to pursue basketball. I don't know who the Aries is. Somebody need to pursue basketball. Somebody needs to pursue real estate. Real estate. Somebody needs to pursue honeymoon retreats, weddings, a wedding decorating, wedding decorations. Ooh. Um. Uh. Somebody needs to investigate vacation trips, like planning vacation planning. Anything else? Research. There's even gonna be two new tarot card readers from here doing research on tarot card readers to open up their own very own platform, their very own streaming, like me. Yay! Trust me, it's fulfilling. Like the stories you being able to, it's my therapy. Like I tell my stories, I give you your stories, but I tell my stories also. And then it also helps me with therapy as far as sharing my stories of things that I've been through and I can relate to what the cards is coming out. Okay. Also somebody's gonna go into some type of plant business, studying plants and counseling. Hopefully this will help some figure out what they're gonna do. I got Reiki, a wellness bar, like a wellness center, something like the beauty industry, but adding wellness to it, like helping people. Every time somebody comes in, give them therapy with the beauty so they can feel good inside and out. I heard it's crazy. Imagine going to get your hair done and go to therapy right before you get your hair done so you can feel good inside and out, and then call the place inside and out. That's what I got. And some of you guys are going to be opening up a jewelry line. Okay. Investigating a jewelry line, like a jewelry vendor. Okay. All right, cool. So I got some things out of there as far as what you can do your research on, or what the spirits are guiding you to do. Um yeah, stay away from gossip. Stop telling your people your business. Why do you have to stop telling people your business? Why do you have to stop telling people your business? Because why? Why does Aries need to stop telling people their business? Because worries, emotions, and fears, people can sense the fears in you, and then they instill the fears in you. That makes sense. Like you're talking, I'm like, I don't know, girl, and they kind of like back it up, like, yeah, girl, like, with the economy being the way it is right now, yeah, you should probably not do that, and it's a confirmation for you. Okay, so you're talking to people, but you sound unconfident, and because of that, they're confirming your inconfidence. Does that make sense? Stop doing that. Anything else? Anything else with the Aries? Anything else with the Aries? Early September. Epiphany. Answer questions, untapped talents. Also, so like when you say things to people, they may take your ideas and run with it. They might get an epiphany. Oh, like maybe I should do that. Like I should have thought about that. You know what I mean? And then they start looking at your untapped talents and running away with your ideas. Okay, that's the reason why you should hush. Hush it up, Aries. Anything else? Archangel Michael for protection, prevented from harm, divine intervention. Okay, so Archangel Michael is giving you a clear message. Okay, you need to keep your mouth shut. and be quiet in this season, okay, for your very own protection, to prevent people from stealing your ideas, from preventing people to instill fear into you based off the fact that you felt the need to confide in them and they could barely confide in themselves. They barely believe in themselves. They didn't start that veneer business. They didn't start that microblading business. They, you know what I mean? They didn't start that tarot card reading business. They didn't start, right? They don't start. They never start. And that's why when you speak to them, they put that fear in you because they feared in themselves, right? People, you know, they always say if you hang around 3 millionaires, you'll be the next millionaire. Who are you confiding in, right? And even be careful with telling millionaires your ideas because they can actually put your idea into fruition faster because they have the incomes to what do it. Clock that T. You know, income makes the world go round. You can tell me you want to own a salon suites, and I can have the $350,000 in my bank account right now and say, you know what, I'm gonna go open it because he or she just wants to do it, but I have the finances to actually do it, and that's gonna piss you off. Okay, zound, 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 do it. Okay, zound. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. So it's the level up for you. I'm helping you with your level up. All right, get away from this person, narcissistic person who you deemed your soulmate. Okay, you need to go into isolation, and with time, okay, you will find a hopeful love. Okay, and you will begin your courtship again with that person. It's not going to ever be this person. That narcissistic person is only really going to miss you when you cut them off, but not because they actually miss you. They just miss taunting you. Okay, they miss sabotaging you. They miss access to your temple. Okay, they don't really miss you is what I'm saying. Those are two different. They miss fucking with you. Okay, they miss actuality with you. Okay, they miss messing with you. They don't want you to recharge and let go and move on and live your best life and find you a divine partner. Okay, they want to keep you captive. They want to keep your mind trapped. Okay, they want to keep you bondaged. You need to heal. Focus on getting established. Focus on your wealth. That was a message that came straight from Archangel Michael himself. Okay. Now Google that. All right. Cool. With that being said, this message is for who? This divine message. Um, let's get six initials. Now this could be your name starting, right? Your name starts with, this message is for an Aries name that starts with, I got two. F and K. F and K. Any other initials? Oh, A. A. Your name could start with a Y, Aries. Your name could start with an I, Aries. Your name can start with an L. Your name can start with an S. Your name can start with an R. Two more. Your name can start with an I. I think I came out twice. Confirmation. Two more came out. Name could start with a T. And your name could start with a W. Or your name could start with a D, Aries. Okay? And that's enough right there. So I gave you, who this mentions is divine for. Okay? You have to go ahead and pursue that career. It's go time. Okay? It's not time to reminisce about this person. Do you understand that when you put yourself into your new hobby, if you are already successful in your job, or you pursue that new job so you can get established, by natural default and focusing on yourself and your task at hand and your hobbies and your goals, you wouldn't even think about this person. But you're giving yourself too much time to be silent in your mind. And the only time you should be silent in your mind is when you're doing some meditation, okay, and your healing so you can recharge, okay? And don't stoop to other people's player ways. Ascend, okay? Because there's two things people will do in your life. Either they'll bring you down to theirs or they'll bring you up to yours, okay? And when you start noticing that you're doing stuff that's out of your norm, okay, that's when you know you're connected to a demonic force. Like why would you go sleep with three people to feel like you got to get equal to this person that has no sexual discipline? Why? You know what I mean? Why exactly? Okay. So yeah, get out the funk with this. Get out the funk. Okay, get out of your head. Tell nobody your secrets and execute, execute, execute. Okay, we're gonna end it with three positive from the this is the cosmic energy oracles. Okay, we're gonna get three positive cards to close this out. Okay, Aries, three positive cards. Allegra, help me out with three positive cards. Thank you. Gracias, muchas gracias. And don't mind my hair. I had to let my natural hair out today. I needed a break. I needed a weave break. I look good regardless. Like we don't know, I'm just always gonna give. It's always gonna give. Okay. Okay. So it is saying balance, balance, balance. Find balance. We were just talking about find balance to maintain harmony in relationships. The first relationship to be with yourself. Think highly of yourself. Put love into yourself. Look yourself in the mirror and say, I don't deserve this. I deserve better. He or she will never put me into this dark space again. I will not, I will not subtract myself. I will ascend. I will not lower my values. I will higher my values. Okay? Universal wisdom. The universe is full of wisdom. Seek it, seek its guidance. Okay, with research, and we just talked about that. Transformation. Transformation is the soul's evolution. Transform into that bad bitch, that okay, that boss nigga. We don't got time to be focused on narcissistic people who just literally, like when all the cards came out, look, even at the top, sneaky. Okay, could possibly be a Libra also, just okay, playing games. Tower moment. Tower moment. Okay, yeah, all bad. Even the Empress is in reverse. Even the Star card is in reverse. Even the Magician is in reverse. Even the Pentacles is in reverse. Even the Two of Wands is in reverse. Even the Eight of Cups is in reverse. I look, it ends there. I can't make this shit up. All negative energies behind this one person. Okay, but look at all these positive cards. Optimistic, transformation. Okay, hopeful. Okay, healing. Right, established. All these positive cards. Okay, when it comes to you recharging, doing your research. All right, focusing, wine and dine, courtship that you're looking for, not toxicity. Okay. So clock that T. Make sure that I'm happy to bring this message to you. I know it's very needed. Definitely comment confirmation if you needed this message. Also make sure that you subscribe. Make sure that you tell your friends about Terrible China. Definitely ask them, hey, what's your zodiac sign? Share their zodiac sign, like, comment, let me come back and let me know if any of this stuff actually resonates with you. Come back and let me know. And thank you for sitting in and tuning in with your girl. If you need a private reading, go under the description and you'll actually see a link to contact me where you can actually purchase directly from the link. Or you can actually even contact me via email and then we can chat it up. Okay, and we'll do it either Zoom or FaceTime. Okay. Bye.